Okay, then good morning, everyone. And then so we have seen 7 lectures on this. I think yeah, this will be 8th. The date is May 18th, right? So, okay, so in the last class we started with conditional probability. So I will repeat conditional probability. So A and B are any two event associated with the same experiment, or we call it associated with the same sample space S. Then probability of occurrence of event A given B event has already occurred. So the probability is probability of A intersection B upon probability of B. Or in other way, you can also write it number of element in A intersection B upon number of element in B. Fine, because probability of A intersection B can be written as number of element in A intersection B upon number of element in sample space. And then probability of B can be written as this, can be written as number of element in B upon number of element in sample space. Uh, okay, so this was the definition of conditional probability of A given B. So the logic is A and B are two events. This is sample space. So B, this is B, this is A. So what is probability of occurrence of A? So occurrence of when B has already occurred. The B is given to you. So it is like B is sample space. Can you imagine? And then what is the probability of common portion of A with B? So this probability you want to find when B has already occurred. So in place of sample space, you can see B is be having like sample space here. Okay, so we did cross multiplication. So you do cross multiplication of this. So we'll get you multiply this. So what we'll get? Probability of A intersection B is equal to PB into P A given B. Fine. So the this result was named as multiplication rule of probability. Multiplication rule of probability. Okay. Uh, Now, so I will write another way. Probability of B given A, if you write, so it will be probability of B intersection A upon probability of A. You all know this. So you do cross multiplication. So B intersection A, you will get as probability of A into probability of B given A. Fine, B given A, and this is again comes under multiplication rule of probability. Probability. Okay. Okay. So again, so if I write explicitly multiplication rule of probability, so you can see this B intersection A, probability of B intersection A will be same as probability of A intersection B. So both are same. So I will write both together. So you will get probability of A intersection B as you can write. What is the meaning of this? What is significance? Means there are two events A and B, and you want to find the probability of occurrence of both the events A and B. So what is probability of A intersection B? Because what is probability of A and probability of B? So you can write probability of A into probability of B given A, or you can say actually you want to probability of both the events A and B, both occurrence of both. So first you write the probability of occurrence of A, and means multiplication. Then what is probability of B when you know that A has already occurred because you have taken probability of A here. And the second thing you can write here, okay, you can start with B first, no problem. So what is occurrence of B? Probability of occurrence of B, and then probability of occurrence of A, because you want to find the probability of occurrence of both the event. So probability of A when B has already occurred. So this is a multiplication rule. Okay, so I will again come to independent events. So I have given you definition of that. So anyone remembers what was the definition of independent events? So A and B can said to be independent. What was the condition or definition? Yeah, anyone remembers? Yes,
Occurrence of first events does not depend upon occurrence of second event.
yes, correct. So this is the meaning of independent event, right? So in mathematical way, how we write in terms of probability?
Probability of A intersection B equals to probability of A into probability of B.
Correct. So this I wanted to know. So this is fine. So this is correct answer. So now probability of A intersection B is probability of A into probability of B. So I treat this as the definition. Okay, this as the definition. Now you can see one thing. So this is a independent event. A and B are said to be independent if probability of A intersection B is equal to PA into PB. Now you compare it with the this formula. This was a multiplication of probability. You compare both. So what do you find? So if they are not, suppose A and B are not independent, then you can use this formula. If they are independent, if they are independent, A and B are independent event, then you can use this. So what do you see the difference between them? Where is the difference? You compare this and you compare this. So what do you see after comparing?
In place of probability of B, there is probability of B given A.
Yeah. So actually what happens in general it is B given A. But if A and B are independent, then this thing is replaced by probability of B. So in other word, I can also write, so A and B are independent events if and only if probability of B given A. So there was B given A in general, and in case of independence, this becomes equal to probability of B. So this is also the other definition. In some book, they write this as definition, then this as result, above as result. I use this as definition, then this is result. So you can simply see here, probability of B given A is equal to probability of B. Means A is given or A is not given, doesn't matter. Why? Because they are independent. So if two events are independent, they do not depend on each other, simply. So means probability of B given A will be same as probability of B. So it do not depend on A, whether it is given or not given, occurred or not occurred. So other way you can also remember this thing. Okay. So or similarly we can also, if I will compare this thing with this thing, then you will find in place of A given B we have here probability of A. So also you can write probability of A given B will be probability of A. So this is also a result from independence. So you can write in three ways independence of events. So like I would like to write again. So A and B, let me write it as a theorem. So if A and B are independent event, yeah, if A and B are independent event, if and only if and only if you understand both way, probability of A given B will be equal to probability of A only, whether B is given or not doesn't matter. Also, so first is this, second you can write probability of B given A is probability of B, means here A is given or not doesn't matter because they are independent. And third thing, the corresponding comes, that was the definition, so I'm writing it again, probability of A into probability of B. So any one of them you can treat as a definition, then other two will be result. Or you can say all three are equivalent statements. All three are equivalent. Okay, so this is the meaning of independence of two events mathematically. Okay, fine. So mainly if you remember this definition is sufficient. So only this definition will help you a lot. In solving questions, they can help you. So if you remember this definition only, that is sufficient. Okay. So now my question to you is, okay. So let me write one question based on just definition. So question is, if A and B are independent event, then, so before that, do you want to see any example? Okay, but theoretically you can also prove. Okay, let me write the question first. So if A and B are independent events, then which of the following are true? I'm writing four options. A and B complement. B dash means B complement are independent. B option, A complement and B complement are independent. C option, A complement and B complement are independent. And next is D option, none of the above. Okay, so do you want to try it? So just you use the definition. If you want to try, you can try it. This is a theorem type thing. So A and B are independent. So you know the meaning of independent. Probability of A intersection B is equal to PA into PB. So now they are asking you whether A and B complement will be independent. You have four options. You have to select whether it is correct or incorrect, true, false. So you start solving. So try. I'll give you 1 minute time. Then you think. So try to prove first option. Whether tell me whether it is true or not.
सर बी एंड सी दोनों ऑप्शन सेम है.
B and C. Oh no, actually one complement will be removed from. So A complement and B. Yeah. अब डिफरेंट है. हाँ वो बाई मिस्टेक मैंने सेम लिख दिया था.
B.
Okay, so you find D. D is correct. This. Okay, so I want to which of the following are true, है ना? Which is or are true. Okay, so let me solve now. So see, start from here. A and B are independent event. Okay, so we have given probability of A intersection B is equal to PA into PB. This is given because we have given both are independent. So A option is A and B complement independent. Okay, so I want to check. So question is to check because we don't know it's a true or false. A and B complement. A and B complement are independent. So what will be meaning of this mathematically? A and B complement are independent. What will be meaning of this line mathematically? Like I have written this as the meaning of A and B are independent. Yeah, anyone tell me? A and B dash are independent. So what will be mathematical meaning of this?
Probability of A intersection B equals to probability of A into probability of B complement.
Right, right. Fine. Yes. Actually, chat I'm not looking. So those who are trying chat actually in full screen mode, I cannot see the chat. Okay. Yeah. So A and B dash are independent. The meaning is probability of A intersection B dash is equal to PA into PB dash. So let me start from LHS. And if it becomes equal to the RHS, then we will say it is independent. So let's start with the LHS. So probability, this is standard result, but you are looking for the first time. So I'm proving it. And this is 0 1. So A intersection B complement is same as probability of A minus B. You know the meaning of A intersection B complement is same as A minus B because A set, this is B set, and A minus B will be this portion. So this portion I'm setting is so this portion actually is A intersection B complement, or you say A minus B. Just notation difference, but things are same. Okay, so anyone tell me what is the formula of probability of A minus B? You can look at the Venn diagram. You can decide the formula also.
Probability of A minus probability of A intersection B.
Fine, correct. So probability of A minus A intersection B. You can simply see probability of A and minus you subtract the common portion. Okay, so you know this portion is the red, this setting arm, this is A intersection B. So that's why okay, now what was given to you? Given that A and B are independent, right? So A intersection B was equal to PA into PB. So here I can write PA minus this thing. I can write what? PA into PB because it was given to us. Okay. So if you take common PA, then what will happen? So let's take PA common. Then what will be left in the bracket?
1 minus PB.
Yeah, 1 minus PB. And what you can write 1 minus PB? So 1 minus probability of B is equal to what? Probability of what?
Probability of B complement.
Yeah, correct. Probability of B complement. So see where we started and where we went. We started from here and we reached there. So So what can you decide from this line? See, I wanted to show this. That is, the meaning was this. So I started with LHS and various to the RHS. So what is this meaning? What we proved actually?
A and B complement are independent.
Right. So A option is correct, right? Similarly, I would say you to try for B option. That actually A, B, C, all three are correct option. A and B. If A, B are independent, then A and B dash will be independent. A dash and B will be independent, and A dash and B dash all will be independent. So B option would you like to try? So first option I did A intersection B dash is equal to PA into PB dash, and A dash and B. So probability of A dash intersection B is equal to probability of A dash into probability of B. So you can prove B part, I think. So okay. So for A part I proved. So this was A part. So B part, we have to prove A dash and B are independent. A dash and B are independent. Means probability of A dash intersection B is equal to probability of A dash into probability of B. This we need to check. Okay. So let's start with the LHS. Probability of A complement intersection B. So if you see in the Venn diagram, so this is set A, this is set B. So A dash intersection B, the B but not A. Complement means not. So B but not A. This portion is. So this portion is actually B minus A, or equivalently you can say A dash intersection B, or B intersection A dash, same that. Okay, so it's a probability of B minus A, you can write. Yeah, tell me formula of B minus A. What is the probability of B minus A? Yeah, tell me anyone.
Probability of B minus probability of A intersection B.
Yes. So again, similar way, since we have given probability of A intersection B is PA into PB. So we can take PB common. So you will left with 1 minus probability of A, and then PB into 1 minus probability of A is probability of A complement. Okay. So we proved this, or we can write it probability of A complement first into probability of B. So that was RHS. So we started with here and where is there. So again, it is saying that C option is correct. Oh, sorry, B option is correct. Okay. Now let's come for C. In the C option, we wanted to prove A dash and B dash are independent. Okay. So probability of A dash intersection B dash, we need to prove probability of A dash into probability of B dash. Okay. So we have to prove this. So what can we do? LHS start. Probability of A dash intersection B dash. So how can you proceed this? Which portion is this? If you want to see in the Venn diagram, A set, B set. So A complement intersection B complement, means not A and not B. So neither in A nor in B, you can also see. So the portion outside the both circles. The portion outside both circles. So this was A, this was B. So A dash intersection B dash is actually portion outside the both circles. So this portion I'm setting, this is A dash intersection B dash. Or equivalently, what you can write this? Can anyone tell me? That is De Morgan's formula. So what can I write it equivalently? Anyone remember De Morgan's formula? De Morgan's law. A dash intersection B dash can be written as what? A union B whole complement. Yes. So you can see in Venn diagram also. A union B is the white portion that I have not said it, and then the rest portion is complement. So it's a union B whole complement, same thing. Neither A nor in B. For a complement, you can remove like 1 minus probability of A union B. Okay. Now 1 minus. So anyone tell me what is the formula of probability of A union B?
Probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B.
Yes. So let's open it. 1 minus probability of A minus probability of B. Since minus is outside, so that will change the sign, plus probability of A intersection B. Now we had given probability of A intersection B is PA into PB. So 1 minus PA. So minus probability of PB plus we can write PA into PB since it was given. Now, what is common in last two term? What is common in first two term? In first two term, nothing is common, so you can write 1 minus probability of A as it is, minus. What is common in last two term? Probability of B. So you will left with 1 minus probability of A. And then you will have, again, what is common in both? So 1 minus PA, 1 minus PA, you can take out. So 1 minus PA, you can take out. So 1 minus probability of B. Okay, so what I did, you know the factorization thing. I just factorization. Common in first two, common in last two. 1 minus PA, 1 minus PA is common, I taken out. Okay. So what is 1 minus PA? What can you write? 1 minus PA?
Probability A complement.
Yes, and this probability B complement. So see where we started. We started here. And where is there? This. So this is RHS. So again, what can I say? So this implies A dash and B dash are independent. So we proved all the three statements. All the three, yes, options, first three options were correct. So D will be wrong. Yeah, D is wrong. So you can remember this later on. Na? If A and B are independent, then A dash intersection B, or A and B dash, or A dash and B dash independent. Okay. For the three events, so this is for two events. So for two event, you know, so for only two event, A and B, you just say A intersection B is equal to PA into PB, right? Then you say it is independent. So A and B are, you can say, for two event, A and B are independent. Okay. What about three statements? So let me read this note. Okay. So second note, three events A, B, C are independent. Okay. If and only if. So there are many conditions. So first thing, they should be pairwise independent. Like probability of A intersection B should be PA into PB. Probability of B intersection C should be PB into PC. Probability of A intersection C should be PA into PC. And the probability of A intersection B intersection C will be PA into PB into PC. So this four conditions all should satisfy. Then we'll say ABC are independent. And we'll say pairwise independent, then only first three are required. If we say this is all three are independent, okay, then you need require four conditions to prove three events are independent. But we use the word like this: A, B, C are pairwise independent. Pairwise independent if and only if, just I double F means if and only if and only if, just you need pairwise independent. I'm saying. So A intersection B PA into PB, and probability of B intersection C, PB into PC. Probability of A intersection C, PA into PC. So these three conditions required for pairwise independence. Fine. So what did you discuss? What is conditional probability? Multiplication rule of probability. Then we came on independent. So two events are independent, then three events are independent. So till now, anyone has any doubt?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you have any doubt regarding that, you can ask. So you don't have any doubt? Okay. So let me.
Clear, sir.
Okay, good. So let me write multiplication rule again, generalization form. So I have written for two, like I have written, what is the probability of occurrence of A and B both? So I have given you, okay, right, probability of A into probability of B given A. This is in general, okay? So you don't know whether they are independent or not, but probability of A intersection B, you can write PA into P, B given A. Okay. And generalization form, if you write A intersection B intersection C, so you can write PA into P, B given A into P, means you want the preference of A and B and C all. So probability of A into probability of B given A into probability of C given A intersection B. So why A intersection B? Means A and B both has occurred. You have taken first occurrence of probability of A, occurrence of probability of B when A has occurred, and occurrence of probability of C when A and B both have occurred, because you have taken probability of A and B earlier. Similarly, you can write for 4, 5, right? Like if I write for n, suppose A1 intersection A2 intersection A3 intersection A4 and so on up to intersection AN. N can be any number, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what will be in that case? So you write first probability of A1 into probability of A2 given A1, then probability of A3 given A1 intersection A2, and then similarly you can write into probability of A4. So what I'm doing, first term was occurrence of probability of A1, second term is into main probability of occurrence of A2 when A1 has already occurred, probability of occurrence of A3 when A1 and 2 both occurred, probability of occurrence of A4 when A1, A2 and A3 all occurred. And similarly it will go like this. In the end, last term in the product would be probability of occurrence of AN given A1, A2 and AN minus 1 all have occurred, rest all. So that will be that is a generalization of this multiplication rule of probability. Okay. So for 2, for 3, similarly you can write for 4. Fine. Similarly, you can write for independence. So in the independence, what will happen? For 2, you know, you will write just B given A will be probability of B. So for the independence of 2, probability of A intersection B is PA into PB. For the 3, you know, there were 4 conditions, pairwise, and then for 3 also. Again, for 4, you will write, so 4 events you have, suppose A, B, C, D. So you will say all 4 are independent. If you write, you will write pairwise, as well as you will write for 3, then for 4. So all things you have to write. What I'm saying, let me write a point. So you will call A, B, C, D, 4 events are independent. Okay. Then what will happen? So in that case, probability of A intersection B is going to be PA into PB. Probability of B intersection C will be PB into PC. Similarly, all pairwise, whatever all possibility are, how many possibilities will be there? So pairwise 4C2, 6 terms will be there. AB, AC, AD, BC, CD, BD, like that. So 6 terms will come. Again, for 3 at a time you will take, like probability of A intersection B intersection C will be PA into PB into PC. Similarly, probability of B intersection C intersection D. So how many terms will be? How many terms will come? 4C3 is a 4 term will come. So probability of B, probability of C, probability of D, like this. Again, at last you will write probability of A intersection B intersection C intersection D. So PA into PB into PC into PD. So like this. For the independence of 4 thing, you can write all these terms. So pairwise will be 6 term, and for the 3 term you will take together. So it will come 4 term, and this is 1 term. So these conditions you have to check. 6 plus 4 plus 1, 11 conditions you have to check for the independence of 4 events. For the independence of 3 event, you had 4 conditions. Yeah. For independence of 2 event, just 1 condition. Okay. So are you getting what I want to convey to you?
Yes.
Okay. So let me write few questions. Okay, try this. So let me start solving this. So start first question. So the question 1 is, ये बताओ तुम लोगों को साउंड अलग आ रहा है, मेरे साउंड के अलावा कुछ गाने वाने का साउंड आ रहा है क्या आसपास का?
Yes,
हाँ
sir.
सर।
अच्छा एक्चुअली मैं गांव आया हुआ हूँ, तो यहाँ पे ना बहुत सारी शादियां हो रही हैं, ऐसे लोग लाउड स्पीकर लगा रखे हैं। चलो ठीक है, गाने को भी एंजॉय करो। सो इफ 4 टाइम प्रोबेबिलिटी is 6, if 4 time probability of A is 6 and probability of B is 10, probability of B is 10 and probability of A intersection B is 1. Okay, so what is probability of B given here? They want to ask. So options are, again what question I'm writing, all questions were asked in some of the entrance. Okay, so options are 2 by 5, 3 by 8, 1 by 2 and 1 by 8. चलो ट्राई करो। Okay, 1 minute. So I think I have done something. Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute. So let me change the question. So they wanted to write like this. I have written something other way. So this is product actually. In between there are products. So I'm writing again. So what do you want to tell? This is product. The comma is product actually. So now we try. Means 4 time probability of A is equal to 6 time probability of B. So we write like this. 6 time probability of B is equal to 10 time probability of A intersection B, all are equal to 1. Okay, so 4 time PA, 6 time PB, 10 time P intersection B equal to 1. Then what is probability of B given here? try first. I'm writing second one also. So the probability of happening of an event A in one trial is this. The probability of happening of A event A in one trial. The probability that even A happens at least once. The probability event A happens at least thrice at least once in three independent trials. In three independent trials. So, try these two questions. The first one is very easy. You can find what is the formula of probability of B given A. First one is very easy. You will be able to do it.
Probability of A intersection B by probability of B.
Yes. So you have given all the probabilities. Yes. Same thing. B intersection A is same as probability of B upon probability of A. And now, what is probability of from here? Use this condition. So what is probability of A intersection B? What will be probability of A intersection B?
1 by 10.
1 by 10. So you put it 1 by 10 in the numerator upon probability of A. So since 4 times probability of A is equal to 1, right? 4 times probability of A is equal to 1. So what is probability of A?
1 by 4.
Yeah. So upon 1 by 4. So 1 by 10 upon 1 by 4. 4 by 10. 4 by 10 is 2 by 5. So answer will be 2 by 5. So that is not difficult. Simply you have to use that. 4 times probability of A was 1. 6 times probability of B was 1. 10 times probability of A intersection B was 1. So you just need probability of B intersection A upon probability of A. B intersection A is same as A intersection B because intersection is commutative. So fine. First question done.
Sir, I used P probability of A intersection B is equal to PB by 6 PB by 10.
6 PB by 10. Why?
PB gets cancelled. That's
But PB will not cancel. Actually, you have to cancel PA because in the denominator there is PA. So you can write 4 PA by 10. You equate first term and the third term. Are you getting?
yes, sir.
Because B will not cancel because denominator is PA. So PB will not cancel. So other way you can do like this. 4 upon 10 PA. Then PA will cancel. 4 upon 10 will cancel. Yeah. Anyone has doubt in first question?
No, sir.
Yeah, that's very easy. You think in your way, you will be able to. Okay, let's come to the second one. The probability of happening of event A in one trial. So one trial means you are doing experiment for the one time, like tossing a coin once. So in one trial, the occurrence of A is 0.4. So the probability of event A happens at least once, So either once or twice or thrice in the three independent trials. Okay. So So at least one in the 3 independent trials. Okay, so at least once. So at least means union, right? Either once or twice or thrice. So you can do one thing. Okay. Yeah, how will you approach this question? See, that is easy again. You tell me when you are trying an experiment for 3 times. Yeah, you are doing a trial for 3 times. So how many times you can get event A, or how many times event A can occur? Are you getting my question? You are doing
Chance is 3.
matlab you are doing 3 trials. The 3 times you are trying something. So how many times event A can happen? All possibilities. What can be all possibilities?
3.
Yeah, so what I'm saying, okay, so let me write it here. Okay, so we are trying for 3 times, 3 trials. So all possibilities are what? Either event A will occur 0 time or 1 time. Event A can occur either 0 time or 1 time or yeah, 2 time or 3 times. These are all possibilities. You are doing a trial for 3 times. So either no time, 0 time will come A, or 1 time or 2 time or 3 time. What they asked you? They asked you what is the probability that it will happen at least 1 time. So at least 1 means either 1 time or 2 time or 3 time. And all possibility are these 4, right? So probability they asked you at least 1 time A occurs. Okay. So in this way directly you will do, then you have to find how many times A occurs, how many times B occurs, how many times 3 occurs. So better is you take the complement. So 1 minus complement of this sentence. At least 1 time A occurs. The complement will be this one, the left one. So 0 time A occurs. Are you getting? 0 time A occurs. So simple, 0 time A occurs. Okay. So 0 time A occurs means what? You are trying for 3 times and no time A occurs means all time. Okay. What is probability of A in the given question? What is probability of A?
0.4.
0.4. So what is probability of A complement? A not occur means what? A complement.
0.6.
0.6.
Yes. And now 1 minus 0 time A occurs means probability all 3 times A complement occurs, right? All 3 times A occurs, and they had given you they are independent. Okay, so have they written? Yeah, independent trials. Okay, so independent is what? First time A complement happens, second time A complement happens, third time A complement happens. So they are independent. Like 1 minus, you can something like A complement into first time A complement happens, second time also A complement happens, and third trial I'm writing first trial, second trial, third trial. So on all the trials, their trials are independent. The first time A is not happening because 0 times A occurring. So first time A complement is happening and multiply, second time A is happening, and third time A complement is happening every time. Okay, so 1 minus, what was probability of A complement?
0.6.
Yeah, so you will write 0.6 into 0.6 into 0.6. Yeah, so multiply this 6 into 6 into 6.
0.216.
Yes, subtract from 1. What will happen? 784.
Yes, sir.
This is answer for this question. So a occurrence of a was given. So what was the chance that at least one time a will occur? So I have taken complement 1 minus this. So 1 minus 0 time a occurs. Here was either once, twice, thrice. So I have taken complement 0 time. 0 time means all the time a complement occurs and then occurs. So this is easier. Okay, so these two I have done. Let me write the third question. You also try, okay? So I hope you all have the pen and paper with you. So you try. Don't write the question, just write the solution. See the question on the screen. So the third question. So in the past, actually, the second question was asked in advance, but that time actually easy question used to be asked. Now some definitely difficult question was asked. But 10-15 years ago, JEE Advanced were also asking easy questions. Okay, so let me come to the question number 3. So 3 is the problem of mathematics is given to 3 students. Okay, so write it. The problem of mathematics is given to 3 students. Okay. The problem mathematics is given to 3 students. Whose chances of solving the problem? Whose chances of solving the problem are 1/3, 1/4, 1/5 respectively. So there are 3 students, okay? So you can say A, B, C, 3 are. A can solve the problem, that problem is probability 1/3. B can solve the probability is 1/4. C can solve the probability is 1/5 respectively. So the probability that the question will be solved. The probability that question will be solved is what? Tell me. So what is the chance that question will be solved? Okay, you have 3 students solving, so obviously they will be solving independently. So the options are 2/3, 3/4, and 4/5, and 3/5. Yeah, right. So how do you see this problem? Like there are 3 students, they are solving independently. Okay, no chance of solving are this. So the problem will be solved. So again, you see the probability that problem will be solved. So how can you say problem will be solved? So what is the implication of this statement? Problem will be solved. So when do you think problem will be solved? Yes.
So 3 by 4.
Okay, so answer I don't know now. Okay, yes. So let's see. So problem will be solved means what? Who will solve? See, problem will be solved. Problem will solve. No,
By all the three.
All the 3.
no, like it's not necessary all three will solve all the problem. Not there is only one problem given to three different students, and they all are independent. Okay, they have not mentioned, but you assume three different. Na? So suppose in exams they have given problem. Okay, three students. So the chances they will solve with this. The question is what is probability your question will be solved. The question will be solved means either of them will solve the problem. Either of them will solve the problem. Means either A will solve or B will solve or C will solve. So maybe A and B both solve. Like it is something like A union B union C, you can say. Solve the problem. Okay. So directly is again a difficult task, will take more time. Actually, indirectly they ask A union B union C. So either A will solve or B will solve or C will solve. Or two of them will solve, no problem. But problem will be solved. Anyone solves. Either two or three, like this. So what will be complement of that? If I write 1 minus. So what you can write 1 minus. So what will be complement of this statement? Either of them will solve the problem. Yes. So what will be complement?
All will solve the problem.
Repeat.
All will solve the problem.
Will be no one can solve the problem. Out of three, no one will be able to solve the problem. No one will be able to solve the problem. To solve the problem. Okay. So 1 minus, no one will be able to solve the problem. So means 1 minus. Directly you can also write, as I said, probability that A union B union C. So you can write 1 minus the complement of this. So by De Morgan's law, actually what will happen? By De Morgan's law, it is something like A complement intersection B complement and C complement. It's up to you. You want to go mathematically or you want to go logically. So both will be equivalent if you think in a right way. So like I'm writing either of them will solve the problem. Means either A will solve or B or C. At least one of them will solve the problem. The meaning is at least one of them will solve the problem. Complement is no one will be able to solve the problem. Problem is given. So either no one can solve or one of them can solve or two of them can solve or three of them all can solve. So at least means either 1, 2, 3. You take complement, it's a 0. 0 means no one will ever solve the problem. So my neither A, so 1 minus probability of A complement into probability of B complement into probability of C complement. So it is given to three different persons. Okay. So all three persons are independent. They have independent minds. Okay. So probability of A complement into B complement into C complement according to definition of independent. Okay. So neither A will be able to solve, nor B will be able to solve, nor C will be able to solve. Then problem will not be solved. So question was, what is the chance problem will be solved? So you can also write directly, okay, 1 minus problem will not be solved. Problem will not be solved. So you can also write like this. So when problem will not be solved, means none of them can solve the problem. So neither A can solve nor B nor C. Okay, 1 minus. So what is the chance A cannot solve the problem? Okay, and tell me what is the chance that A cannot solve the problem?
1 minus 1 by 3.
Yes. So what will come? 1 minus 1 by 3 what?
2 by 3. 2 by 3.
Yes. So it
2
is
by
2
3.
by 3. B cannot solve, so 1 minus 1 by 4, so 3 by 4. C cannot solve, so 1 minus 1 by 5, so 4 by 5. So 3 cancels, 4 cancels. So 1 minus 2 by 5. So answer is 3 by 5. So this is the answer, 3 by 5. So if we have given 3 by 4, there is something mistake. 3 by 5. Okay. So this is option D. Again, you think in your own way, okay? So problem will be solved if at least one of them will solve the problem. So at least one union. So you can write the formula of union also, like PA plus PB plus PC minus PA intersection B. All that way will take long time. So the other way is you take complement. So 1 minus, none of them can solve the problem. Simply you find the probability of none of them, then subtract one. Okay. Okay, so I think time has already passed. So yeah. So we'll continue from the next class. So today I will stop only here, right? So anyone want to ask anything? Or anything you have to say? No?
No, sir.
Okay. So okay, then that's all for today. Thank you so much and take care. Next class will continue solving problems. So I have many problems to solve. So from next class, I will solve many problems based on this concept, what we have done today. Okay. So see you in the next class. Thank you.
Sir,
Yes.
so probability of A union B union C. So if we probability multiply the probability, then the probability of A into probability of B and probability of C comes. So if we add the value comes different. Why it happens?
No, no. So what do you want to say? You want to say that probability of A union B union C. What do you want to say? Probability of A union B union C. Yes. Repeat.
Is equal to probability of A into probability of B into probability of C.
So obviously they are different.
So
So we can write this as a probability of A plus probability of B plus probability of C minus probability of A intersection B intersection C.
Yes, yes. So the formula for this is yes. So they said correctly. If you want to find this directly, so you have this formula PA plus PB plus PC minus A intersection B minus probability of B intersection C minus probability of A intersection C, and then plus probability of A intersection B intersection C. Again, they are independent, so you can break intersection into product. Then you will get the same answer. If you apply this formula in the last question, so you will get the same answer like this 3 by 5. Okay.
clear, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So apply this one. Yeah, good. So keep asking the questions. Okay. Yeah. Okay, then that's all. Thank you. Bye, everyone.